All right, I've seen a couple guys do some fender swaps on some older CRFs. Most of them were two strokes, which is really cool. I love them bikes, they look really good. But I hadn't really seen anybody do one on, like a 2007-8 450. I think that the front fenders and stuff look fine on these, but when I was putting some money into this bike, I was like, I just wanted to give it a little bit more of a newer bike look since I was throwing a bunch of money at it. So went online and saw what some guys were doing, and to be honest with you, this was really easy to be able to do this. It's not that difficult. Some guys get a little nuts and think that it's kind of hard, and it really isn't. So I thought I'd show what I did on this. So if you look, so the 2008 has the main 4 bolts, the back 4 that you can see. Those are the ones that are needed to bolt it, to the 450, and then those front 2 are actually to bolt the number plate to the fender. So what I had to do is those 2 middle bolts that you see, I just drilled them. Real easy, just a little drill set. And I used my 08, like my actual 08 fender, kind of as a guide, and I made a little template off of it, just out of cardboard, and then marked the holes and drilled them, and that was it. So that is a 2016 number plate too. So if you notice, there's no real gap in between here. I did that on purpose. So what I did is that the 2 front bolts that I showed you below, when they go through the fender, I actually stacked a couple washers in between the number plate and the front fender, and just kind of measured it to where I wanted it, and then however many I needed to get the spacing that I wanted, and just bolted them together. So I bolted the number plate to the fender first, and then kind of put the fender up in there, and then bolted it together. So I did have to kind of shave the back part of the number plate a little bit, because mine does have the steering dampener, because it's a 2008. So I had to shave a little bit of the number plate to kind of fit it in there. It wasn't that big of a deal, just a razor blade. And I kind of removed what I needed to and made it look good. And then what I did, I don't know if other people kind of notice a lot with the 2016, 2015 CRFs. I feel like the front fender kind of angles down a little bit too much. So all I did, I don't know if you can see, probably not, on the back 2 bolts that hold the fender on, I just stacked a bunch of washers in between the fender and the triple clamp, so that it would just tilt the fender up just a little bit. So washers in the back obviously push the back down a little bit and kind of even it out, and I think it looks way better. Maybe it's just me. I think a lot of people don't notice that. But I felt like it actually made a big difference, because I first threw it on there with no washers or anything, and I just felt like the fender was kind of angled down a little bit too much for my liking. So I threw a bunch of washers in between, like I said, the top part of the fender and the triple clamp, and I felt like that evened it out really good. I think it looks really, really good now. And then what I did on the top for the number plate, if you can kind of see it, there are the 2 bolts on either side. Because I wanted the spacing to be kind of flat like that, I actually could not bolt those in, even though the 2016 and the 2008 kind of have the same exact design, and so they are the same. You could bolt it up, but it means that I would have had to have the number plate up a little bit, and I wanted the spacing to look better. So I just left it. So all I did is I just attached, the loop around and connected it. And it's not going to go anywhere at all. So that really wasn't that big a deal. I know some guys have thrown like zip ties around the forks and then through the little hoop. And I was going to do that, but then when I put it on, it's really, really sturdy. It's not going to go anywhere. So I did have to remove, there is the little hose, loop thing that holds the brake cable. I did have to remove that because, as you can see, the front fender kind of comes down a little bit, and it was interfering with that. So I was like, well, screw that, I'm just going to get rid of it. And it's it's not gonna go anywhere. So it's not gonna excessively rub or anything like that. But I just thought I'd show that really quick and show how it looks on a 2008 CRF450. I think it looks really good. I mean, it's not like it completely changed the styling of the bike or anything, but I truly feel like it kind of added a little bit more just to the bike overall, and gives it a little bit more newer look. I think it looks great. But anyways, if you got any questions, let me know.